We all know we are staying in a digital world, particularly in today's COVID atmosphere. This has gone more digital also. The way we do our business, the way we study, our children study, the way we do our transactions, the way we do our shopping, has everything gone to the digital mode. Now, this is a good thing that everything has gone to the digital mode. It has a lot of advantages of speed, security, etc. But what has happened also in the present times is we have a lot of cyber criminals who are sitting day in and day out, hacking into systems, stealing our credentials, etc. And particularly riding on the wave of the confusion and fear created by COVID, these cyber criminals have really wreaked havoc in this world. Now, if you look at a lot of the crime rate in the country or in the world now, it is the cyber crimes which has gone into a 400% increase, not only in India, not only in Kerala, but around the globe. This phenomena has come to stay. It is going to stay for a long time, and we need to really take credible steps to handle this. Now, looking at what are the major crimes that have come up in recent times, you all know about it. In Kerala, we have a lot of social media users, and social media is one of the major platforms that these cyber criminals use to really get into their scams and all kinds of things. You have the major problem, the current problem is of the Facebook fake profiles that each individual creates. Suppose I am there, I'm an officer in the police department, they will make a fake profile of me, and using my friends list, they will send a message to all those people in the friend list saying that I require money. Now, the good thing about the task about this thing is some of them, at least I may have 2,000 friends, so at least 5 or 10 of my friends may really transfer some money from their accounts thinking that I really need the money because it's a profile which looks like mine. So, the cyber criminal is successful. So, the present times is basically of such crimes. You have social media handles being utilized to divert money to all these COVID donation centers or PM's CARES fund or CM's donation fund, disaster management fund, etc. They will just say donate to the CM's donation fund, and they will give the account number as their account number, by which most of these donations will go on to their account. Then you have ransomware attacks, which is one of the attacks which officers need to be really careful about. The hospitals are being attacked with ransomware, offices are being attacked, the banks are attacked. What the ransomware does, it actually locks the system, and without using the key, you can't really unlock the system. So, when such ransomware attacks a hospital, they are in immediate need of all the data that they require because surgeries have to be conducted, treatments have to be done. So, they immediately pay up the money to the cyber criminal to actually get the retrieval key. Then you have a lot of malwares, etc., running with fake emails on COVID, fake COVID sites which are there, treatment sites, etc., where if you go to that site, if you click on that link, the malware will actually download into your mobile or through your computer system, and the hacker will actually gain control of the computer system. So, there are a lot of new problems coming up. Hackers are finding new ways to actually cheat the person, to hack into systems, to steal data, to steal credentials, and to bring you down to book. So, it's a very important factor that we actually look at cyber security, because security is one aspect which we totally ignore. If you are using a mobile phone, if you are using a laptop, if you are using any other resources which are digital, you need to be very careful. You need to actually do some do's and don'ts in this regard. There is a COVID health protocol now which says wash your hands and use mask and use sanitizers, etc. There is also a very important part of cyber hygiene where you need to wash your cyber hands also. Now, part of cyber hygiene, you actually need first to ensure that your system is up to date. Most of the people use pirated software, they don't update their systems, they don't have the proper antivirus software, which is one of the main reasons why most of the hackers gain access to your phones or to your mobile systems. You need to have the latest software installed. You need to have the latest antivirus software installed also, because that is very important, because the latest ones protects you from the latest malwares that are there. Then you need to update your system constantly. You can't use pirated software which is not going to work with all these malwares, etc. Then for your personal credentials, you need to use a proper password. Most of them use ordinary passwords that are just kept like that are just stored in the mobile or in the laptop or in the emails, etc. And it's very easy to guess. It's the name of your father, mother, or children, or something of that sort. The hacker can easily guess what your password is. Your password should be very difficult. Password should have all kinds of cases impossible to guess. So that is one major thing that you need to do also. Then you need to secure your data. Most of the people, what they do, they keep all their data in their mobile phones or in their computer systems and forget about it. When the ransomware attack happens, when the malware attack happens, and the hacker gains control of your computer system, he can easily get all those credentials, the PIN code, the passwords, everything he'll get easily. But that is not the way to keep it. You need to keep it offhand in a pen drive or something of that sort. The best thing is to remember all these credentials, etc. And one thing that you need to remember is never share your personal credentials online. If somebody is asking for your personal credentials, be all the more aware. If somebody is asking for money, you can think that it is a fake. Generally, when anybody asks for money, it should be there in the back of your mind that it is a fake, it is going to fleece you also. And if somebody is asking for your credit card details, etc., be very wary of it, because no bank actually asks for your credit card details. And when you shop also, people I find that they go and shop into various sites wherever discounts are fine. If somebody comes and gives you a discount of 50%, you are immediately attracted towards that option and you go and give all your credentials. There are many multinational firms, Amazon, Myntra, etc., which are reputable, which are reliable. Shop only on those sites. You should not go into sites which are unreliable, which will steal your data also. That should not be there. You should go, reliable sites are available, international sites are available that use all the security protocols to actually ensure that your systems, your information is safe and secure. So you need to shop on those sites itself. You should not go into all these sites which are unreliable as such. Then the case of sharing your profiles on the social media. Most of the people, what they do is they keep it with no privacy settings at all. They keep it that anybody can see it, anybody is able to access your photographs, your information, your phone number. That is not a correct attitude. We know this internet is a very dangerous area. You should understand that also. It's the underworld of crime also. So you need to keep your privacy settings at the highest. Your friends, you should actually set it to that way. Because most of you are individuals. Your information should not go to the world as such. So you need to keep your privacy settings properly. You need to use the two-set authentication, two-password authentication, where your mobile number is also used in the authentication part when somebody new comes and tries to enter your Facebook profile. And then your Facebook profile also. What are the photographs? What are the videographs you are loading? I find that you load everything on the social media. We recently had a case in Pathanamthitta where the thief came and actually stole a lot of valuables, lot of things, lot of items also from the house. And we found that actually he has spent almost 8 to 10 hours in the house. So we understood this as a strange phenomena. It's how can a thief who comes on a surprise basis, the fear psychosis in the thief is also there that the owner will come back immediately. But how he has spent 7 to 8 hours, he ate his dinner also in that house and then only he went. When we finally caught him and asked him, he said on the Facebook profile they have given all their details. They have said that they are going on a holiday and they'll return back after 3 days. So the moment they left the house, they are in the airport also, they actually give that photographs clearly. So anybody just looking at their Facebook profile can know where they are, where their house is, where they have gone, when they will come back. So what are the details that we are sharing on Facebook? Is it required? Is it useful? The photographs that we share, photographs like which should be totally private, we share on the Facebook. And then after that, after a while, somebody misuses that photograph. Then you come to the police saying that somebody has misused my photograph. So all these things needs to be avoided. You need to secure yourselves. So that is the most important thing. If you don't secure yourselves, then you can always be a victim of cybercrime. So the most important message now in this present digital world is to secure ourselves, not only our resources, but our resources in the office and in the home also. Because now most of us work from home. So we should have a proper firewall at home. We should use those resources properly. We should ensure that our children also are trained, because the child can easily give a door for the cyber criminal to come inside the systems that we use in the house. So we need to train our family members also. We need to educate our children on how to use internet safely. And we need to have a proper, robust system in the house also to secure our digital resources. So the most important lesson in cyber security is to ensure that we secure ourselves both at the office, all our cyber resources, the mobile, the laptop, whatever we are using, and ensure that we don't share our credentials with anybody. We don't become a cyber victim. And if we become a victim, we should not hide it. We should immediately report it to the police. Most of the people, what they do, they become a victim of the cybercrime, then they keep quiet about it. They don't want to reveal themselves, reveal these facts to anybody, and they keep quiet about it. That's not also a good attitude, because the cyber criminal, then he goes and attacks somebody else. So you need to report it. If you are a victim of cybercrime, you need to report it to the police. Go to the cyber cell of the concerned district, report it to them, or send an email with all the details, with all the links, and tell them that I am a victim. So we can actually track those criminals up also if we can, and we can bring them to book and reduce that crime. So my message for this thing is remain secure, secure your resources, secure your computer systems, educate your children, educate your family members, educate your organization, and ensure that we are all safe in the cyber world. On behalf of Kerala Police, I want all best wishes to SBI Life, who has been our constant partners in all policing activities, particularly in this COVID times and in the times ahead. So we value that partnership and wish you all the best. Thank you.